Flashbanks here with my first video on the channel. We're here to talk about, now that the lottery's occurred, talk about a little mock draft, see what teams are looking at, what people can get. We're about a month away from the draft. You got the finals going on now. The Celtics advancing last night past the Heat. So we start to see what teams are looking at in the offseason, especially my Nets. Tough get swept like that. But here, with the first this mock draft, you got three. You got the three top players: Chet, Jabari, Paolo. No particular order. I think Jabari. I'm a big Duke fan, but I think Jabari is the best prospect in this class. I think it's close, but I think he provides a little bit more defense than Paolo. He's more. Chet is a little more raw offensively than Jabari. Jabari's a little more polished offensively, and I think he can fit in a bit better. I think with this first pick, the Magic will go with Jabari Smith. Great player at Auburn. I think he's the best prospect in the class, and he should go number one. But depending on what the Magic do with Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter, could take Chet, I guess. Try to see what he feels like at the 5. And then we got the Oklahoma City Thunder on the clock. We have 3 first-round picks. They got 2, 12, and 30. Here at 2, I think, look at their lineup. They kind of need a big that's going to be the future. Paolo could fit here. I could see them taking Paolo. But I think Chet would be the better play for them, just at where they are right now as a team. And, that will leave Paolo for the Rockets to take at 3. And, it's a great pick for the Rockets. I think Paolo can go in there. Him and Jalen Green, little 1-2 punch. We'll see how they play together. Kenny Martin Jr., Kevin Porter Jr., Josh Grant. But, you got to get rid of that John Wall contract. That is ridiculous. But, Paolo. Paolo will go number 3. And here with the Kings at 4, trading away Tyrese Halliburton and getting Sabonis was really weird. I don't really understand it, but I guess that means De'Aaron Fox they want for the future. Tyrese Halliburton wasn't that guy, I guess. And they like Davion Mitchell too. His defense is good, but he is raw offensively. He is not very good offensively. His shooting splits were bad this year. Gotta see what he's. I know they were bad. All right, that's cool. No shooting splits. Yeah, what do you shoot? All right, that's not terrible, but 42%, 31% from 3, 66 from the line. Not ideal. Not ideal stuff. So, they're not going to go with a big. So, Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey's not a point guard. He'll play the 2 on that team. He's a 2, 6'4". I think he can be a good player. But, all right, next up, we got the Pistons on the clock at 5. And let's see. Could be really interesting. They need someone to go along with Cade Cunningham. I don't think Killian Hayes is that guy. I know it's only been 2 years. I never really liked him to begin with. Never really liked the pick. So, he can still develop into the player that the Pistons want. But I don't know. But I don't think he will. And here at 5, I think Shaedon Sharpe. Shaedon Sharpe would be cool. Jaden Ivey would be a great pick for them. They'd have to find a way to trade up with the Kings, which I think could be a possibility. But Shaedon Sharpe is their pick for now. Next up, you got the Pacers. Traded away Sabonis. Got Tyrese Halliburton. So their guards look good. You got Brogdon, Halliburton, Buddy Hield, I like. Dorte, I like. It was a weird pick last year for them, but I like him. He's good. He can shoot the 3. They really need a big. Miles Turner might be on the way out. He might be on the trade block. Who knows if they'll sign TJ Warren back. So they could use a wing too. So I mean, it's either AJ Griffin or Keegan Murray here, or even Benedict Mathurin. But I think Keegan Murray. I think he's a very similar player to Sabonis. He's gonna fill up the stat sheet with boards, rebounds, assists, points, rebounds, assists. But he's a good player. I like him a lot. I think he'll be good. I watched him demolish Indiana in the Big Ten semis, and he was hitting threes. Then he hit about 8 threes. He was good. For a dude that big, he can stroke the ball. And then here at what is this 7? 7 we got the Blazers, who say they want to build around. They say they want to build around Dame, but it's weird. You got Ingles is gonna be a free agent. Simons will be a restricted free agent, and then after that, you got some guys that wouldn't even get that many minutes on other teams. I like Josh Hart. Justice Winslow has been disappointing. Really liked him on that 2015 Duke team. Simons, Ben McLemore, Keon Johnson is interesting. I don't know. Did he play a lot this year? I liked how 7 points, PR 8.7. Where's stats? Did he get it? Bird? He only played 15 games, 134 minutes. Oh, he was in the Clippers, and he got traded. Oh, so with Portland, played a lot better with Portland. But, I mean, I think he was getting a lot more minutes. Yeah, I mean, way more minutes. All right, and then so here's 7. I guess it could go big. It could go big in Jalen Duran. Could go Benedict Mathurin. I feel like they need a wing player. I don't think any of these players are going to cut it for them on the wing. They also really need a 4. Jeremy Sohan is not that guy. I think they take AJ Griffin here. He's a good wing play for them. He played really well this year at Duke. A lot of people said he wasn't going to be that good. A lot of injuries in high school, but proved them all wrong. He had a really good year for them. Help beat Paolo's number 2 out there. Trevor Keels also I liked. He's a little way down, a little bit more down the board. He's late first, early second type player. All right, and then we got. So the Lakers lose this pick to the Pelicans in that Anthony Davis trade. So this could be interesting for the Pelicans. You know, you got CJ McCollum, you got Brandon Ingram. Hopefully, a healthy Zion Williamson back. Trey Murphy was good this year. Jose Alvarado is fun to watch. Definitely fun to watch. Herb Jones, another good rookie. I think they try to go a point guard here, but I think maybe that they're going to try to trade this pick, I think, because the point guards in this class are not entirely special. I could see them going Dyson Daniels, take a flyer on him. But you know what? Honestly, I think they take Johnny Davis here. I like that pick. I never really thought about Johnny Davis like up there, but I mean, if they're not going to trade out of that pick, Johnny Davis at 8. I know he's more like borderline end of the top 10, but I think he's going to be a good player in the NBA. He's got the build to be a lasting player. And then here at 9, we got the Spurs, who also have picks 20 and 25 from Toronto and Boston, so could be really interesting here. Benedict Mathurin still on the board here at 9, and Jalen Duran, who are 2 players that I think could be really useful in this team. But the Spurs have a lot of wings. They got DeJounte Murray. Congrats to him making his first All Star appearance. He had a great season. He was unbelievable. Um, I mean, Jalen Duran could be the pick. I like Benedict Mathurin a lot. I think he can provide some scoring on the wings for them. But you already got Joshua Primo from last year. You got Romeo Langford now too. Lonnie Walker, Josh Richardson, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson. You got a lot of wings, and I'm not really a surefire center, so they're gonna take Jalen Duran here. I mean, my best center in the class, or second best center in the class besides Chet, but I think he should be good. It's a good pick for the Spurs. Need some backup depth and bigs. Here are the Wizards at 10. Damn, that is a fat deal of Kristaps and Bradley Beal. So I think the Wizards here could do some. They picked Denny and Corey Kispert. They got Kuzma. Could use a point guard, honestly. First point guard to come off the board, and honestly, I think Dyson Daniels is the pick for them. Don't know a lot about him, but I do know he started off poorly in the G League, but then he really turned it up and started making shots towards the end of the season. And I think if he can keep progressing the way he did, like the signs that showed at the end of the G League, that he can progress into a starting point guard, hopefully be that playmaker for the Wizards that they really need, besides Bradley Beal. I mean, Kristaps is not a playmaker. He's getting way overpaid. He's not a playmaker. And here we got the Knicks at 11. What can I do with this? But I mean, Benedict Mathurin's still on the board. I mean, I feel like that's a no-brainer for the Knicks. They got their three depth, their depth for the wings. I mean, Obi Toppin, Julius Randle. Yeah, I think. They let Mitch Rob go. Is Mitch Rob a restricted free agent? I believe. Unrestricted. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent. Okay, that could be interesting. You got Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly. I think your guards are pretty set. So I think Benedict Mathurin's great there for 11. He could fit in really well on that team. Now we got the Thunder back up on the clock. We already picked Chet. Maybe they want that number 2 guard next to Shea. I don't think Trey Mann is it. Ty Jerome's not it. Josh Giddey really plays the 3, to be honest. I mean, I don't really see him as a 2. This is difficult. I think that they'll go with... I don't think Jeremy Sohan's going to go in the lottery. Unless... I mean, they're not a good team. The Thunder are just not a good team. Like, I love Shea. He's great. After that, their talent level drops off so quick. I mean, Giddey also is very good. But after those two, the talent level drops off significantly. Like, Dort's a good defender. Can't shoot for dick. Pojelkovic, everyone thought he was going to be nice. I mean, we'll see. But I think Tari Eason to play the 4 for them. Jeremy Sohan's only a freshman. I thought he was a lot older. Maybe Jeremy Sohan is the pick. He plays really good defense. Super athletic player. Okay, I didn't realize he was that young. I'll have him take Sohan. I know I picked the Thunder 2 bigs. Not really a lot of respect, but I mean, at this point in the draft, the good guards are mostly like the elite guards that I think are in the draft are gone. I mean, you got Jaden Ivey's gone, Shaedon Sharpe gone, Johnny Davis gone, Dyson Daniels gone. I think those are the most elite guards in the class. I think maybe Ty Washington, maybe, but I don't think he's going to be as elite as the other 4. He'll be a good good point guard maybe for a team, but I don't think he'll be anything more. Let's see. He's got any comparisons out here? What are the people comparing him to? Terry Rozier, Brandon Knight, a tiny bit of Chris Paul, maybe some Billups. Interesting. John Wall, he is not like John Wall. I'll tell you that right now. All right, well, these are not very super helpful. But here, 13th, we got, they're going with a big. I mean, Hornets need a big desperately. Montrezl Harrell, they tried to put him as a big. Not that guy. Mason Plumlee, not that guy. Like, good backup, Mason Plumlee. Montrezl Harrell just doesn't fit in this team. I like Montrezl Harrell. He does not fit on this Hornets team at all. He looks so bad with them this year. Just so disappointing. But I think I think Mark Williams is probably most likely the choice. They could go Walker Kessler. They could go Christian Colocu. I like Colocu a lot. I think he is much higher. He should be higher on the board than 34. His offense is super raw. Yeah, I get that. But so is Mark Williams. He's an elite defender like Mark Williams. He's very similar to Mark Williams. I don't understand how it's such a drop off from these two. He was an elite defender. Elite. Jared Allen, exactly. I could see the Jared Allen comparison. And that is not what I was trying to do. But yeah, no. I think the Mark Williams is the pick here for them. He was also just very good around the hoop, around the rim finishing. He can finish better than Colocu, I think. It's a little less raw there. And then we got the Cavs up at 14, and then Hornets back up again at 15 after this. With the Cavs here, I mean, you got Jared Allen, you got Evan Mobley, Larry Marketing, Kevin Love. You got your bigs. Is anyone? Colin Sexton set to be a restricted free agent. I mean, Moses Brown isn't super compelling. Matthew Dellavedova and then Ed Davis. Yeah, so they got most of these players under contract, and I think Abaji could be the pick here. You know, put in a wing player that can score, or Tari Eason might be the pick. They might need a more of an elite defender at the 3. I think that it could be very, very interesting. I think it would be. I mean, Abaji is definitely the better shooter, no doubt about that. I think he can. But no. I think Tari Eason they're gonna go with just because they want a little bit more defense on this squad. If you look at their team, they got a lot of scoring wings. Karis LeVert, Darius Garland, Colin Sexton. Or they're not winged, but you got a lot of dudes who need the ball in their hands to score, and I feel like Obaji's pretty similar to that. I mean, he does a lot of off-ball stuff. Watched a lot of him in the tournament. He does a lot of off-ball stuff. I mean, he didn't have a great tournament. For the tournament, I guess he was an elite player. He definitely could have won the Wooden. He was up there. He was really good this year. Keep talking about him. Might as well have the Hornets pick him if I'm just gonna keep talking about how good Abaji is. And I mean, if Miles Bridges is on the way out, then maybe. But I mean, you got Scotty, Terry. I mean, maybe a 2, but I think so. Terry would play the 2. Mel would play the 1. Then they got really no backup guards. I mean, Bouknight, yeah, maybe. I think that Ty Washington is the pick for them. Nice little backup guard for them. I think that's a perfect role for him, especially coming out. 16th pick, the Hawks. And the Hawks, if Abaji fell to them at 16, I think I would take that in a heartbeat. Yeah, they need a backup. Maybe they need a better two. Malachi Branham could be interesting for them. But honestly, you could play Abaji at the two if you really want to. Abaji is the best player on the board here. You got to take him if you're the Hawks. You had a really disappointing season after make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, then just looked awful this year. Now we got the Rockets back up on the clock. They already picked Paolo at 3. From Brooklyn Nets, they'll have the Brooklyn Nets. They'll have number 17. I think you might want to get your point guard you need a point guard. And I think Kenny Chandler, I know it's a little bit high for Kenny. They could go Jaden Hardy, but I think Kenny Chandler's the pick here. It's a little high for him, but I think based on need, they could do them. And also, if you're looking at, because you're going to take best player available. You're looking at pure talent. I don't think he's super far behind any of these guys. I think I actually like Kenny Chandler a lot, and I think he should go in the top 20 for sure. But a lot of people think he's more of the 20 to 30 type player. But I mean, if he's there at 17 and that's the Houston options, I think I'd take him. He's a good pick there. All right, at 18 we got the Bulls. The Bulls are an interesting team to look at. I mean, Lonzo stays healthy this season. I think they do a lot better. I think Lonzo was having a breakout year. He was gonna be really good. I mean, what was he looking at so far before he got injured? 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. But I mean, he was probably shooting the best he's ever shot from 3 this season. Yeah, 42%. I mean, look at his averages: 30, 33, 38, 38. He was shooting 42% from 3 this year, which is really, really cool to see. But I mean, he also, which is what they need, and he's a lockdown defender. Clampies on defense. So, I mean, we'll see. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. So we'll see what happens. But here at 18, Jaden Hardy's the pick. For sure. I think he'll fit. I know he struggled a little bit this year in the G League. But future number 1 overall pick. No. Yeah, he's around the 15 to 20 range, right? All right, how are you going to say he's Damian Lillard with a splash of Jason Tatum and a pinch of Gilbert Arenas? That just doesn't... Some of these are too funny. I can't even see his G League stats. I mean, can I... Let's see. All right, Jaden Hardy. All right, NBA G League stats. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. So he averaged almost 18 points a game, 4.5 boards, 3 assists. What are his shooting numbers? Ooh, 35%. Those are definitely not ideal numbers, but I think the potential's there for him to be a really good player. Those numbers are not keen to the eye. I won't lie. All right, now at the 19th pick, Timberwolves on the clock. Another really interesting team. Surprised a lot of people by finishing 7th in the West this year. I think they do have they have the talent too. They're a little young. Karl-Anthony Towns starting to get a little bit older now, but he's got to start to be more of a leader, veteran on that team. Notorious Pat Bev, love the man. Love him. Oh, everyone hates him. Love him. Talk as much shit as you want, Pat Bev. Love to see it. If you look at this team, you got D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Malik Beasley probably plays the 3, and then Jared Vanderbilt's got the 4. I don't know why Nathan Knight is up there. Prince gets a little bit of minutes. I think McDaniels could progress into something. But here, Jovic could be interesting. But I think EJ Liddell gets some scoring for the four. They've never really had a four that's been dominant in scoring. And I think EJ Liddell can be a dominant scorer as a four off the bench. He come in, get you 8 points a night, easy. Also play good enough defense to. I mean, the Timberwolves experts, because their defense is not great. Maybe Kendall Brown might have been the better choice. Needs a little bit more defense. But no, actually no. EJ Liddell's a good pick for them. They need someone at the four that can be assertive. Get the Spurs back up in the clock. They got Durant at 9. Here they are at 25. Looking most likely, I think, for I guess a wing player, maybe a backup point guard. Depending on who's left. Yeah, I don't know. It could go with I think Jovic, just because Greg Popovich would love him. I think Jovic is the pick there. You know, he loves his Europeans, his foreign players. I think he could be really good. And then the Nuggets back on the clock. It would have been also dope as hell to see Jovic go to the Nuggets. Jovic. But they desperately needed two. They need someone else who can score on the team, and I could go. It's either Malachi Branham or Blake Wesley. I'm gonna take Blake Wesley just based on, not Blake Wesley. I'm gonna take Branham just based on the fact he's better pure shooter, 3-point wise at least. Blake Wesley's more of like a slasher type player. Gets to the basket a lot more, draws fouls. And I think he pure 3-point shooter will work out better with Jokic. And then at 22, we got the Memphis Grizzlies, which could be interesting. I think Kendall Brown could be a really, really good pick for them. A defensive player who can really stand in there and take and be a player, like an assertive player immediately for them. Yeah, I really like that pick for them. Kendall Brown's a great pick. Especially at 22. Like, the value there for Kendall Brown at 22 is crazy. That's crazy. All right, and then with 23, we got my Brooklyn Nets up on the clock. Negative 33 in the cap. You know, I mean, hopefully they sign Bruce Brown back. He was the glue really for this team. Fuck Nicholas Claxton. I hope they do not sign him back. He was awful. Cannot make a free throw. So I wouldn't mind them taking a guy like Walker Kessler, Christian Koloko in this position. Definitely would not mind that one bit. But I feel like they need a player who's more assertive, like a do-it-all, like Bruce Brown. And I think that's going to be actually Marvin Beecham could be interesting. He was good. He was really good back in the day. I remember. All right, yeah, okay. He's got good foot speed. I think he's the pick here. He's a good defender. A bit longer. I forgot about him for a second. That's a good pick for the Nets. They do-it-all player that can play defense. I was thinking do-it-all player. That's Wendell Moore Jr., but the defense is a little scary at times. It's not the best. 24, you got the last year's champs, the Milwaukee Bucks here. Love that they have Giannis listed as a 2. Absolutely love they have Giannis listed as a 2 for some reason on here. Don't know why, but okay. Don't even have him like over here that he could play another position. Really, literally. I'm not sure if they signed Bobby Portis back. They could take a flyer on someone like Patrick Baldwin. They got dudes lined up. Ibaka's going to be a free agent. Did Ibaka even play for them? I feel like he got no type burn. Could take a flyer. Patrick Baldwin. I think Wendell Moore Jr. is probably the better fit for them. I mean, I like players that are more so going to come in and do something now, especially in these later rounds with teams that are like in the playoffs or trying to make an NBA championship run. They need key pieces. Spurs here at 25, they could take a younger player. I wouldn't be mad about that, and I think Blake Wesley's a great pick for them. I mean, straight up, Blake Wesley was automatic there. You got the Mavs at 26. And now it's tough because, I mean, who do you really want to put around Luke? You only want 3-point shooters. At least the way they seem, they only really want 3-point shooters on this team. And I don't think Dieng is too great from 3, from what I see. All right, someone says he's number 4. He's not. He's not the 4th place. Potential knockdown shooter. In theory, he should be a deadly spot-up guy. All right, he has a lot of defensive versatility. I think he's going to be the dude here. Not super confident in the pick. Don't know the dude as much. But I mean, if he can be a spot-up shooter that plays defense for them, he could be a really good player. I mean, there's also 6'10". He's going to be grabbing boards too for him. I mean, you don't really need him to be a playmaker. You already got Luka, probably Jalen Brunson again, Spencer Dinwiddie. You got playmakers on the team. And you got the Heat here at 27. Could go in a couple of different directions. They just lost last night, so this should be interesting. Who they want to add to try and make it. Oh, bro, Dwayne Wade, dog? Bro, what? Shit makes no sense. Might want to back up big. I don't know if Dwayne Dedmon's that guy. Definitely not. And I think Christian Colocu is 100% that guy for them. He fits their mold so well. Walker Kessler, yeah, he's good, but Christian Colocu, I think, is better. He fits the mold better. For that Heat team, at least, he fits the mold a lot better. Now the Warriors are up, and I mean, I don't know. James Wiseman could be on the way out. Lee's played pretty well this postseason, so I mean, he's set to hit free agency. He might get like a $12 million deal, something bigger than that. He could be looking at a little bag. I mean, he's played really well in the playoffs, especially the Warriors win a championship. Who knows? But here for the Warriors, I guess. I like Brown. He's more of a do-it-all player. I don't know. This Warriors team's just so deep. They got so many different dudes on this team. So, I mean, you might as well just take a flyer like Patrick Baldwin. They're so deep. Oh, we got the Grizz back up on the clock at 29. So 2 more picks left in the draft. We got the Grizzlies and the Spurs one more time. Or not the Spurs. Thunder up. But 29. Jaren Jackson, Steven Adams. I mean, you don't really. They like to play smaller. You already got Kendall Brown. I think they'll go with Braun here. He's a solid pick. And then here at 30, it's tough because I think Bryce McGowan is a first round player, but just the way the draft has fallen, I don't know if he's going to get picked. But I think here, honestly, he's a great selection at 30 for the Thunder as I'm talking about him. All right, here's my first round mock draft. We got Jabari Smith, Chet, Paolo, the 3, Jaden Ivey, Shaden Sharp, Keegan Murray going 6, AJ Griffin going 7, Johnny Davis going 8, Durant 9, Dyson 10, Benedict Mathen to the Knicks at 11, Jeremy Sohan to the Thunder at 12, Mark Williams to the Hornets at 13, and rounding up the lottery, we got Tari Eason to the Cavs at 14. Let me know in the comments what you think about this lottery draft, and I'll catch you around.